And we're underway at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium in Montreal on a beautiful night for soccer. Graham Naismith with you on the commentary of this Premiership de Montreal match between Verdansk FC and their opponents Sabalero FC. Verdansk in their orange uniforms, moving from left to right on your screen, while Sabalero are in the dark uniforms with red trim, moving in the opposite direction, and they have the ball right now, looking to put one into the box. Header's on, but it's well over the goal. Verdansk, known as a fiery team and also a pretty experienced team. A lot of their players were with another side previous to starting Verdansk called CCSL Selection, and they actually won the 2019 Premiership Division. So, a side that knows how to win, and they've had a couple of good performances already this season, including one against Les Elephants FC. But Sabalero are taking it to them right now, trying to put that ball into the box. Another clearance from the defender, back for our first corner of the game. We haven't even played 2 minutes. Our official today is the experienced Azmi Kaya. He's got an Egyptian and a Tunisian on the line, and there's the fourth official just coming onto your screen right now, Yar Harhu from Belarus. And the fourth official heads off right now. Beautiful evening, a bit windy as you can hear in the microphone, but there's nothing like a night game at Molson in the Premiership of Montreal. Ball into the box. It's a good delivery. Shouts for a handball. The official says no, and it's cleared away. But Sabalero with a really flying start, and they're still going forward here, but there's a physical play by the Verdansk defense. Verdansk very sound in defense, very confident on the ball. So this should be a pretty interesting match. Sabalero, meanwhile, are a younger team in the league. Some of their players comprised a team last year known as Montreal Penetrators, and there's an opportunity, but it all comes to nothing as it's a poor shot. Last year, Montreal Penetrators were a good team in the Premiership division as they made it into the playoffs, convincingly so. A very sound defensive team, but the knock on them was they couldn't really finish off their attacks. We'll see if this group of players has rectified that. Penetrators last year actually made it to the semifinals in the playoffs, and they gave a good run, gave a team called FC Jazz a good run for their money. Jazz were pretty much the class of the division last year, making it all the way to the final, and it was a late penalty kick for FC Jazz that ultimately spelled the end to Montreal Penetrators' season. And Sabalero is the nickname of a well-known team in the Argentine First Division, known as Argentina CA Colón. And their uniforms look a lot like that team's, I believe, with the red diagonally across the chest, very similar to River Plate, actually. The River Plate away uniforms, but here comes Verdansk on their first attack, but it's taken well by the center back. So a bit of youth on the side of Sabalero. As I said, the average age is about 20 years old. Meanwhile, Verdansk, they have the experience. So it's youth versus experience in this matchup. And there's a nice overlap being made as the man tries to drive into the box, but it's some really nice defensive work, a sure tackle to take it away. And already Sabalero look like they're very eager to get forward. Lots of energy. A man making a run down the middle. They're going to find him. Flag stays down. They come together in the box, shoulder to shoulder. Referee says play right on. Sabalero gets it right back, and they're going to drive to the byline, putting it across. There's a Verdansk defender well positioned to clear it away. Here they come again, and now they're tripped up from behind, and the referee does pull it back for a free kick. It's going to be just over 25 yards out. May as well try a shot from that range, not even 5 minutes into this match. A couple of players standing over it, A right footer and a left footer. A four-man wall for Verdansk as they look to fight off this early opportunity. Shipsu is the goalkeeper for Verdansk as he peers over his wall. That left side of the net looking very tempting for a right footer. That's what he's aiming for, but it goes well over the goal. Never really challenged Shapsu, who watched it sail over. These night games, in addition to be very aesthetically pleasing with the lights on and showing all the beauty of this 20,000 plus seat stadium. Also a great view of downtown Montreal just over our shoulder. Behind us, if you head up the mountain a bit, you'll catch a great view of the city at night. But in addition, these teams don't have to compete with the blazing sun, which sometimes on these artificial surfaces can really hamper teams, and they need hydration breaks, but they won't have to worry about it here. And Verdansk is breaking in, and our camera couldn't quite catch up. It looks like they'll have a corner for themselves. If the first 7 minutes of this match are any indication, we should be in for a good one. Verdansk, as I said, had a good even game against Les Elephants FC. Both teams very sound in attack. And here's the first corner for Verdansk. Goalkeeper off his line punches it. And I think he actually punched the man in the process. And a foul is signaled. A painful foul to concede. There's a turnover and the shot goes over. A speculative effort. I don't think he was ever going to trouble the Sabalero goalkeeper, Henderson. Verdansk, as I said, a reputation for being a very fiery, passionate team. Can lead occasionally to some flare-ups in their matches. Ball over the top, missed by the attackers and easily knocked away. Verdansk, one of two teams that wear orange in the Premiership, is now goalkeeper's off his line. They're going to try to chip him. Not the worst idea, as the goalkeeper was caught in no man's land, but it is well over. Verdansk and Les Elephants, they both wear orange. And they're two very good teams to boot, as now a player is down. And this early in the match, usually not a good sign. There is a physio on site, as there is for every Premiership division match. And he'll walk off.
Sabalero. With the number 11, substitution for the number 18.
So it sounds like Ignacio Imhoff has left the field, and a new player has come on to replace him, as right now Sabalero are dominating the midfield. They just seem to move through it with ease, and the Verdansk defenders can't get, or the Verdansk attackers rather, can't get through. As now, here's a ball into the box, nice control, bouncing down, there's a shot! It goes wide. A loud reaction, but it was a ball that was not dealt with by the defense. Sabalero got onto it. It looked like, I think that's number 7, Chahoub, who had the opportunity, but was not able to make the most of it. Verdansk now with some possession. There will be a press put on here by Sabalero, but Verdansk okay with it now, and they're going to try to bypass the midfield with a long ball up to an attacker who fails to control it, and now Sabalero have it. They play a very similar style to Penetrators as last year. Very sure in defense and very, very technically sound as well. Lots of energy, and last year, Penetrators, they just lacked a good finish, lacked a player who could really bag a bunch of goals. They were able to generate the opportunities, but in the attacking third, sometimes it would let them down. Ooh, that's a short-souled pass, and here comes Verdansk now. They don't have a whole lot of numbers moving forward. He's bridged the man, though, cutting into the box here, moving it back. It's a loose ball with the left foot. Never made it through. It was blocked before it made its way to the goalkeeper. Some nervy moments at the back for Sabalero as it looked like a harmless attack. One man running with the ball and one more in the box and no one else really involved. Now it comes skipping through. It should be, or it's actually going to be Sabalero ball. I thought if the man would have touched it, he would have been offside, but he just let it go and he's going to win the throw-in. A reminder that we are using the yellow lines for this match. You'll notice the white Canadian football lines, but the yellow lines are the ones that we're obeying. As the wind really picking up here. Ball in there, never made it through. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Another one for Sabalero. We'll see what they can do here. They actually look like they're coordinated at the top of the box to make a couple of runs in. There it is, moving in there, rising to meet it, but putting it over. It was going to be difficult to direct that one on goal from that angle. And Verdansk get us started quickly once more. Oh, pull of the jersey there. Official lets them play. But now he's going to have to call it back as possession was turned over. That was a poor choice of passes. Now a pirouette forced off the ball. Advantage played by the official. Sabalero still moving up there, but the right back, or excuse me, no, it's the left back on the far side who gets there and puts it back to the goalkeeper who clears his lines. Now a turnover. Here comes Verdansk up the field. And his trailing leg was caught, which will lead to a free kick here on the 35-yard line. Official wants a word with the offending party, who I think took exception to the call. Right now, Sabalero putting everybody behind the ball. Even the striker, Chalub, is back and looks like he'll be getting into the wall. 35 yards out. I'd be surprised if this one was directed on goal. It would take a special effort. The The official with the spray out there drawing the line. Looks like it's a 3-man wall. And now here we go. Right-footed ball lofted in. Easy, easy pickings for the goalkeeper. As that is exactly what you want if you're a man between the sticks. Just a simple save for a basket catch. Nice long drop kick, I think, with the wind at his back. And now Sabalero will get it back in the middle of the park. Happy to maintain possession. That's a great ball beating through the midfield. Now it's with Nicholas Diaz trying the ball over the top. Running onto it, I believe, is Diakonsu. Or Diakonsu now. But he wasn't able to get onto it, and it will be a throw-in. Nice throw going into the box, but it's cleared away by Verdansk. Now trying to slice through. Faked a shot, and then the ball got caught inside his feet. Or under him, we should say, and it's cleared away, but Sabalero coming right back at them. They're really running the defense ragged here as the ball is in there. Another clearance. Eventually, it's going to be very tiring, this defense, if Verdansk is just constantly on their heels. With Sabalero running at them, it will be a very long 90 minutes for them if they can't even this match up. And now it's blowing down. For an infraction of some sort, so it's a free kick. "17 minutes into this one. Really only one quality can't-miss chance to speak of that I can recall, and it went to Sabalero. And obviously, by judging the scoreboard, it did not go in. Flag was up there for a moment on the far side, but we're going to keep playing. Here comes Chalub. Moving it in. Now there's an offside called against the team in the dark colors. Be sure to follow the Premiership de Montréal on Instagram and Facebook. And you can keep up with all the scores and stats and highlights from the 8 teams that are partaking. Here's a ball in there, but it's a nice interception by a defender. Through the middle again with Diaz. There's some nice pass and move. Good to see. Diaz gets it back and lays it off. Trying a long drive. Not sure what he was thinking of there. As really all it causes is the goalkeeper to go for a run behind his goal to retrieve the ball. Verdansk seems to be playing with a low-lying midfielder, but they've given away the ball here. Low-lying midfielder who can create and also act as a stopper. There's going to be a lot of demands made on him in a formation like this. And a lot of demands made on him this evening against a formidable team. Ball looking over the top. It's going to get in there, but the goalkeeper cuts down the angle. Henderson made himself big and knocked it away. Those balls like that where it's a straight ball forward and a man running straight on it, they have to be inch perfect. And that one was, but the goalkeeper still got to it. Now there's a shot. Hit something on its way through, didn't it? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it was just a misstruck ball, and it's going to be a goal kick. So some chances 20 minutes in. And they're just changing up the ball here. Weren't happy with the other one for whatever reason. That's going to stay in play. That one not in play, though, as it's out of bounds. Diaz couldn't keep it in. Quick throw and taken down the line, looking to catch the defense napping, but that's a poor touch. Now, I believe, and I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I believe that the deep-lying midfielder for Verdansk, oof, that's a heavy challenge, but the referee playing right on. And here comes Sabalero, moving it out wide, lining up for a cross. Men have to make sure they're staying on side. There is the ball in. Header, but it's not going to have enough power, and it's back into the safe hands of the goalkeeper. I believe the deep-lying midfielder there for Verdansk is Mohamed Kleit, and he played for McGill for a number of years at the varsity level. He was a captain for them for a couple of seasons, and here comes his team forward right now. Running at the defense. Ball down the side. He's going to have to work to keep this one in on the byline. Oh, that's a nifty move. Cutting it across. Loose ball here. Lining up the volley. Oh, he didn't take it. He's going to take it now, though. And it's wide of the post. Should have taken that first time. Tried to get a bit fancy with it. And they never even really troubled Henderson. So far with these teams, that's all we've really seen, though. Those little half chances. Something like that where you say, oh, well, if these two other things had gone differently, it would have been a real chance. But so far, nothing to separate these sides. Ball headed on. Running it down here, the defense gets in there. So Mohamed Kleit played for a number of years with McGill. As I said, captain for one season, so he's very, very familiar with this stadium, Percival Molson Stadium, as this is where McGill varsity teams play their games. And he also had a long career, and I still believe he's still playing with CSMRO, which is Club de Soccer Mount Royal. Or maybe it's Mount Royal Outremont, excuse me, and they're a very well-regarded club in the city. They used to be partly affiliated with the Montreal Impact in some way. Joey Saputo would be out at their games every once in a while, the owner of the Club de Foot Montreal, formerly known as the Impact, and that was Kleit touching the ball there. I saw an M. Kleit listed on the roster, and just knowing the area, it looks a lot like him. Not 100% confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it is him. And he had quite the career with McGill at this very stadium. I believe he was playing actually in the very first soccer game I ever broadcasted back in 2014. He graduated from McGill around 2016, 2017, around that era. But here comes Sabalero, tripped up from behind. That will certainly be a foul. And a free kick coming up. Oh, and a yellow card issued as well. First booking of the match, as this free kick will be sized up from 35 yards out. There are a couple of former university players who have played in the Premiership division or the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. One I remember is Patrick Fussarini, a very skilled defender, very sound defender. A couple of good seasons with McGill himself. And he played a handful of games. And here's a free kick. Left footer lofting it in there. In that situation, a defender's got his shoulders the right direction. He's going to clear that away. Now looking for the ball up the line. Here's a chance for a quick counter. Slipping past the slide tackle. He's going to try to cut into the box. Running towards the goalkeeper. Moving it back. An opportunity. It's blocked away by a defender. Still danger. Trying to get it back in there. Goalkeeper down. Ball loose. And there was an offside call somewhere. Or did the ball actually go out of bounds? So, unclear how much of that sequence actually would have counted, as it looks like the ball left the field of play. But Verdansk showing their speed, showing that they can be dangerous in the counterattack, and here they are coming forward once more. Moving it through the middle. Verdansk really coming into their own in the last 5 minutes or so, evening out this game. Can't pick a winner thus far. Moving inside. It'd be an audacious effort from there. Now cutting it to the top of the box. Moving it along. Loose ball there. A volley. It's cleared away. Defender having to sacrifice the body to absorb the impact. And I couldn't quite tell where it bounced out. If it's going to be a throw or a corner. Speaking of university players who have been in the Canadian Corporate League, another one I remember is Carl Gouabi of FC Desjardins. He was a very good goalkeeper with Concordia Stingers for a number of years. Concordia Stingers now led by former Montreal Impact goalkeeper Greg Sutton. And Gouabi played with a team called FC Desjardins in the Premiership. Cross being put in there. Deflected off of something. 50-50. Good slide tackle. Got the ball and he's going to run away with it now. Oh, but he gives it away. Nice job stomping out that counterattack. Sabalero in some trouble now, and they'll just clear it up the field towards their own bench. It looks like they are going to get ready for a substitution here. That'd be our first one of the game. Or our second one. There was one early for the injured player, but this will be our first planned substitution coming up in a moment. Now running it down is Chalhoub, but he wasn't able to get to it and it's cleared away. Lots of chatter on the sidelines and chatter on the field. Good communication. Those are signs of two skilled teams talking to their teammates, always wanting the ball, and we're going to get those subs coming in now for Sabalero.
And change for the team, FC Verdansk. For the number 0, change to the number 22.
So a couple of changes there, and we'll get back to the action here as they try to move it in. Loose ball is going to be gathered by Chapsou. Oh, that throw off the back of the head of a Sabalero player. And here they come trying to cut it through, but a defender gets it back, plays it back to the goalkeeper, and it's out. That was Perron who played it back. And here comes Verdansk moving gingerly down the far side. They aren't going to gain much ground, and it looks like the ball now will be out of bounds for a throw-in. Loose ball there, cleared away convincingly by one of the center backs. Sabalero with two confident, sure center backs. And the good press here forces an unconvincing clearance from the goalkeeper. Now a 50-50 there, and that's well won. Nice body position. And he falls down. Nothing there, certainly, as it's out of bounds. Now moving it through the middle is Amin Nafar, trying a ball over the top. Well weighted, goalkeeper off his line, and he's going to get in there just in time to take it away from the on-rushing forward. Just under 15 minutes from the interval, and can't pick a winner between these two just now. And another substitution being made.
Change for the team Verdansk FC. With the number 98, we welcome the number 99.
No number.
Ball skips through the middle of the field, knocked away with the head, and again it's out of bounds. The pace to this one slowing down a bit in the last few minutes. Subs are they're rather methodical, as you have to take your time getting the board ready and getting the paper in, getting it approved. So it's not roll on, roll off. They have to make it official, so it can slow down the game quite a bit. And it's effective too if you want to kill off the game late. You're holding on to that one-goal lead. Make a couple of subs, it will really slow things down and disrupt the flow of the game. And for the last 15 minutes here, hopefully the teams can get back to what they were seeing earlier, where it was some good back-and-forth action. Two teams battling for playoff spots that may well find themselves in the top four come playoff time. Dribbling up the near side now. Playing it in, running to try to receive it back. And that's the sign of a well-drilled team. Sometimes when you're watching some of the other teams, after a little while they tend to tire and it's almost like they pass the ball and they don't want it back. But here, it seems like every player, they pass it, they want it back. They're making a move, running into space, accelerating away from a defender. And there's a collision. And it's going to be a free kick for Sabalero. Ball resting on the 40-yard line. Diaz lofts it in there. Shapsu easily gets there. Arms flapping as they thought they were interfered with. And the officials heard enough. He's going to put him in the book for the
Yellow card for the
dissent.
Sabalero, number 5.
Card going to number 5, Galvan. And he's going to continue talking here. Looks like Julio Chalub is coming off the field. He was really their number 9, the threat up top. We'll see who he's replaced with. And here we see again how methodical it can be making these subs. And I'm not sure who came on the field to replace Chalub. Someone presumably did. And we'll get back to the action here. I didn't see, it wasn't a direct swap. Maybe they moved around some personnel on the field, but it would be interesting if they took out their striker, maybe changing formations here. But I don't think, I think the way they've been playing, I don't think they can be too discontent with how they've been playing. That wouldn't see why they'd want to change the formation. Galvan combining, playing it through the middle. No one really home for Sabalero, and it's cleared away. Ooh, misjudged that high ball. And now Galvan gets it back. Ooh, a shove in the back. And that's good body position by the attacker as he made it so that anything on his back he was going to be going down as he was well positioned. This one moving it up through the middle. Galvan. Oh boy, here comes the press. They're going to have to be careful. Didn't know they were coming. And here comes Verdansk dribbling into the box, cutting it back. Oh, how did that one not find the back of the net? That was a well-placed ball. It looked destined to find the goal, but somehow it bounced up on him, and it didn't even find the net. Henderson wasn't even forced into a save. But that, arguably the best chance of the first half. Both teams with chances, two very evenly matched combatants here. Just about 5 minutes to go in the opening 45. It'll be interesting to see which team blinks first, which team maybe decides to alter their formation, alter their tactics. And the official is issuing a yellow card to somebody on the Verdansk touchline.
That was a yellow card for the team Verdansk FC.
Ball launched down the line. No one in a black jersey getting it, though, and he'll get it right back. Left-footed ball off of a Verdansk player. And no, it's going to be a corner kick, so the defender got a piece of that one. So we'll see if Verdansk can put anything, or excuse me, if Sabalero can put anything together here before the first half comes to a close. We'll have to negotiate this substitution first. So Nanjin comes off the field for Sabalero. And there's the ball in there. Hits something on its way through. It's going to be a throw-in. And it's going to be a throw-in for the team that's on the attack right now, Sabalero. Here they come right down the middle. That run, not the best from the attacker. He really gave a small postage stamp for his teammate to hit with a run like that. Didn't do his team any favors. Need to start a bit wider and cut back inside. A good run nonetheless, as cycling it through the middle. Nafar played it off. Moving into support to try to get it back, and he will get it back with a good tackle. Nafar slinking his way forward, trying to put it through. It's a well-weighted ball right in there. It's a great save by Henderson, bouncing around and cleared away. The flag stayed down. Still danger here. Verdansk moving it back in there. It's cleared away with the left foot of a center back. It was Nafar who dribbled forward and slipped it through, and Henderson forced into another save. He's been the busier of the two goalkeepers in this first half. He's been doing a very nice job cutting down the angles, moving forward and preventing any surefire opportunities. There's a reckless slide tackle in there. And I think the man knew it too, as he apologizes and will collect himself before we get going once more. Just about 3 minutes from the interval here. There are goals to be had in this first half. Shapsu off his line very well to gather the ball. And now, unfortunately, it looks like Shapsu is down after leaping in there. But he'll be okay to continue, thankfully. I must say, I have not seen Shapsu play the ball long today, and that's not a knock against him. That's just the way Verdansk play, I think. Even their goal kicks are very short, and there you saw him rolling it, and look at them build here to the end of the field in the blink of an eye, but it's a heavy ball out of bounds, so it's going to be a goal kick. But no drop kicks, no long goal kicks for Verdansk. As they like building from the back, they're confident in their defense, and they take advantage of the rule change that happened about 18 months ago, where a goal kick no longer needs to leave the penalty area. This one is going to go long. Line drive up the side of the field. And that one's out for a throw-in. There were chances here in the first half, but no one's been able to find the back of the net, and it looks like there are chances, I should say, but quality chances have been at a premium. Really can't miss opportunities, have been few and far between, as this ball through the middle of the field chested down. Nice combine there. A little bit of one touch. And then a defender, ooh, he's in an awkward position. He falls on the ball. It looks like in whatever situation it is, it's going to be Sabalero ball, as that's what the assistant was signaling with his flag. Some concern here for the Verdansk player who is down as we are about to hit the 45-minute mark. And he is going to be helped very slowly to the bench. Looks like, unfortunately, he actually did concede a free kick. It looked like the attacker was trying to nutmeg him, and he kind of closed his legs and trapped the ball in between his legs. So I'm not sure if there was a handball in there somewhere, or if it's going to be a drop ball. Remember, there are no more contested drop balls, in theory. And yes, it is a free kick for Sabalero. For a left footer, they could decide to try to look for goal. Try to bend it in there high, and now Verdansk bringing on a new player, as they've got one who was off injured. And a bit of extra time here in the first half.
Change for the team Verdansk FC, the number 0 to the number 97.
Ball in there off the wall. And that will do it for the first half. Nothing doing in the first 45. 0-0 at halftime between Sabalero and Verdansk.
FC against Sabalero FC.
And we're back for the second half. Really nothing to separate the two teams in the first 45. Graham Naismith with you on the commentary from the picturesque Percival Molson Stadium in Montreal, Canada. Sabalero FC in the dark uniforms moving from left to right on your screen against Verdansk in orange moving right to left. And quickly there's a foul committed. And it looks like Sabalero will line up this free kick. Both teams with plenty of subs as well, so they'll be able to have fresh legs out there on the field throughout the entire match. And it looks like this one may come right down to the wire, as I said, two very evenly matched teams. Some instructions being relayed there. And the ball is put into the box, headed away by a defender. And Verdansk slowing it down there. In a bit of trouble, though. That's a really smart cut to get out, and they've broken out. Moving it through the middle. Now electing to go right down Main Street. Defender in there. Attacker trying to get it back. Tries a shot. Didn't get all of it. And it goes well wide. It looks like, I think it was Galvan who was in there, the defender, throwing them off. You can hear the wind. If I'm not mistaken, it's moving from left to right on your screen, so I'll probably be able to judge based on how this goal kick goes. Yeah, it looks like it's moving from left to right, and it bounces through here. And it's all the way back to the goalkeeper, who puts it up into the June night, coming down at an odd angle. And then the defender handles that awkward bounce well. Some nice one-touch work there from Salim. Into the middle, couldn't find Nafar. And now on the second chance, Sabalero clear it away. And a hard foul committed. So Verdansk will line up a free kick. And with it being 45 yards from goal, they elect to just play it on the ground. Spinning it back and spraying it out to the far side. One thing that Sabalero have done really well is they've given their opponents no time on the ball whatsoever in their defensive third. They've been closed down very well. Now here comes the goal kick up there from Henderson. Bounces just over the halfway line, and it's knocked away. Both teams had a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. That forward player's offside, and he knows it, so he'll pull back, and the play will continue. Both teams with a lot of physicality in the first half, and we'll see if it can carry through the full 45. A lot of good off-the-ball movement, and it was a fun one to watch. Ball across, chested down. Now he's tripped up, and it's going to be brought back for that foul as he was tripped up illegally. The official putting the spray down on the turf. And Verdansk had a free kick in a very similar situation in the first half, going this way. Now it's Sabalero's turn. Putting that one high in there, goalkeeper. Again, comfortable for him. And again, playing it short. We said in the first half, Verdansk like building from the back. They don't fancy the long clearance. And now they're moving it through the midfield. But they've left the ball behind that time, and Sabalero can go back the other way. And that ball just behind the attacker, and he's not going to be able to get to it. Throw in taken that time by Perron. Some good tight passing. Nafar bringing it forward, trying the long ball. Not sure what his intentions were with that one, but it's rolling well out. Henderson already with his third goal kick of this second half, as that one headed down well. Now knocked through. Bit of an awkward one here. Verdansk have it, laying it off onto his left foot. Now back into the middle. Nafar faking the shot, taking the shot. It's blocked. But right back on the ball are Verdansk, cycling it through the middle. Nafar again trying something fancy here. It's a loose ball towards the penalty spot, blocked away. And Sabalero have survived once more. Oh, but have they bitten off a bit more than they can chew? A couple of moves there, and they do have possession of the ball regained. Nice turn, he's taken out. And that one will be Verdansk ball. Now there's a turnover. Sabalero were trying to break with it, but Verdansk did well to halt it. And now dribbling it forward again, but Verdansk jumps the pass. Cutting back inside, through the middle. Some really nice ball movement here. Here's a chance in on goal. Oh, weak attempt. They really should be doing better than that. Really nice passing build-up, and it did not trouble Henderson whatsoever. And that one out of play. Sabalero will take this throw-in. Oof, a shove in the back, and he's going to call it back for the foul. So there's been a couple of set-piece opportunities for both teams. But looking at the scoreboard, to this point, they've always been defended well. Looks like one of the players standing over this one is Diaconescu. Both hands in the air. He's going to be the one to run over the ball and receive it right back. And a nice slide tackle as that free kick comes to nothing. Not very well executed. And it's cleared away by Verdansk, who now can launch a counter-attack, and that's what they're going to do to the far side. Really on the break here. It's a one-on-one drag race, but it's some really nice defending. And a nice tackle calls for maybe a handball. But that defender does really well to stop what looked to be a dangerous attack that was developing for Verdansk. And that's the margin of error just in the span of, what was it, 15 seconds. It's a free kick in a dangerous position, and back the other way, you're scrambling to defend. Here comes Verdansk once more, cutting inside. Lifting it through. That was Nafar trying to get it right back, turning on the ball. Opening up. There's the shot. It's blocked away. That's got to be a half dozen good blocks now for the Sabalero backline, and it's turning into a back-and-forth affair here. Using his pace. Goalkeeper off the line. Slides into it. He was out of his box, but he didn't handle it. And now back the other way come Verdansk. Trying to move it through the middle. Sabalero have recovered well, preventing any kind of quick counterattack. Once again, putting it over is Nafar. Bounces well for Verdansk. Laying it through here. Won't take the shot. He'll turn back away with it. Lining up. Dribbling back into the box. Sabalero under some real pressure here, but it's a good slide tackle. Both teams claiming it. It's going to be a goal kick. Perron was the one running into it, who does not agree with the decision to make it a goal kick. Sabalero under a good deal of pressure, but they do survive it. And play just held up here momentarily. And now we're going to get back right back to it. These are two teams that are so evenly matched and so skilled that it's way too early to say, of course, but this could be a final. Long shot in there, easily handled by the goalkeeper. Would not be surprised if we see these teams meet when it really starts to matter in the playoffs in late August and September. It's a matchup worthy of a cup final. Two teams that play a pretty similar styles as well. Neither of them all-out attack. Verdansk maybe a bit more of a build from the back team and trying to break it through here. That one's knocked down. Now trying a through ball. A well-timed run right in there. They're going to get the goal. The opening goal for Verdansk.
And that was the goal for Team Verdansk.
It was a really well-timed run. Look, he was standing off the last man a bit and then just gets there ahead of the goalkeeper. It looks like it is Perron who is the one who puts it in. And a very nice goal and a good time to score it too. About 13 minutes into the second half, we have our first goal. And those runs are so hard for a defense to pick up on when they're coming from the midfield almost. They're not coming from the person on the last man. And now a sub being made for Verdansk right after the goal. Looks like Atala is coming back on the field with his blue socks. And Atala goes right to the top. How will Sabalero respond now? Trying some pass and move and bombing down the line. A real race on here. Perron in there doing the defending. Goes clattering into him. Flag goes up. Looks like it's going to be a free kick after that challenge. Now the game really starts to pick up as Sabalero playing with that extra bit of intensity as they're down by 1. And it is a free kick. Standing over this one, it looks like it is Nanjin, or Ninjin rather. Number 12 for Sabalero. Putting a high cross in there, headed away by a defender, and actually there was a foul in the area. Still a half hour to go, and it'll be an interesting half hour, as Verdansk will not let their level slip whatsoever, you'd suspect. Putting this one through the middle, off the foot of Grenier. Nafar once more, driving forward with the ball from the midfield. Working with Grenier now, but that one taken away. And what kind of a counter-attack do they have? Putting it through, it's off the body of a defender. But he's given it away. Couple of moves on the ball, but it's good defense. And a sub is going to be made here.
Change for the team Verdansk FC. With the number 0, substitution for number 98.
Turning and moving through now. Here comes Verdansk. Sabalero caught up in the play a bit. Verdansk now moving towards the box, slipping it through. Here's an opportunity. It was Atala who had it. And he's going to get himself a corner as a defender just got the toe in to poke it out. Trying to position himself for a cross, held off. And the flag was briefly up, but the official says play on. It's going to work to Sabalero's advantage as they play it through and they're on the counter-attack here. Verdansk trying to get back, but Sabalero bringing it forward here. One-on-one, it's a great save, still danger. Header into the goal. They've equalized.
Goal for the team Sabalero FC.
The keeper stopped the initial opportunity, but then the ball went in the air, and it may have been an own goal here, high up in the air, and 2 players rose for it. Not sure if it was the Sabalero player who got it or if it was Verdansk who put it into their own goal, but in any case, they've equalized in short order, maybe 5 minutes since the Verdansk goal to give themselves the lead. Sabalero pounced back with a nice counterattack with some pace. They were running with the ball as fast as the other player was running without it. And now the goalkeeper, Chapsel, is down after making that stop.
That was a red card for
Well,
the team Verdansk FC.
and someone's been sent off here. Looks like it may be the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper sent off. It was off camera. I don't know what happened. So this is very interesting now. This definitely changes the game, as now they've lost not only their goalkeeper, but they've lost a player. It looks like Atala will be the one to step into the goal. As he's putting on the gloves, he'll need a different colored shirt there. But it was off camera. I didn't catch what it was. So that, wow, in the span of a minute there, the game is completely flipped on its head. It was 1-0 for Verdansk. Now it's even, and they're down a player. So this match quickly turns. It's turned on its head as they're getting Atala into the goal. They'll still be about 25 minutes, and Sabalero will really be feeling good now. They finally found the back of the net, and they're up a man. And we're back to the game now, and it definitely has changed. Verdansk, we'll see how they play down a player, and they'll have to do that for right around 25 minutes. Long ball over the top here from Sabalero, headed straight up in the air by Verdansk. And now hopping through, Sabalero looking for their second, but it's a vital foot from the defender, knocking it away. Long ball forward by Perron, the goal scorer for Verdansk, and that may be their game now, just going for the long ball and hoping for some speed to get onto it, but they've left the ball behind here. And no foul called as they'll try to break away with it. Ball through the middle, Grenier on it. Ball outside now, hoofed back away. It looks like Verdansk are going for a formation that involves still the 4 defense, which you'd assume. But there's a header on, new goalkeeper off his line, it's Atala, and he sacrifices to get there. Maybe not the conventional goalkeeper move, but he knows no better. And you know what? It worked out for him. This one for Nafar. One-on-one, cutting inside, trying to dance through. He's nutmegged one. Here comes Nafar in there, but a defender knocks the ball away. So 4 at the back still for Verdansk, and it looks like they've got 5 players who are occupying themselves as the attacking minds, not necessarily strikers or midfielders. They're just up there. Perron on it now. Putting it through. Nafar. Now opening up, tries the shot, got the ground, and that's not his best effort. So not what you like to see when a team goes down a man for that reason, but it's an intense game, it's an intense league, and tempers can boil over on occasion, as it looks like it did just there. Perron trying the long one over the top, and that's going to be easy pickings for Henderson. So really the big change, I'd say, for Verdansk is they were playing a style where they were trying to build, trying to come forward with numbers and with possession, but now being down a player, they may resort more to the kick and run, more long balls up the field, which is going to tire them. But remember, they're down a man. It doesn't mean they can't sub or anything, so if they do want to change up personnel, they are able to do so. Well, they lost their goalkeeper, and a forward went to goalkeeper, which is, I mean, usually what they would do. Take off a forward, sacrifice one of the forwards, if they had a backup goalkeeper to bring in. "20 minutes to go in this one." Just based on logic, you'd think Sabalero would be favored to take this one, or it would end in a draw. I should say, if either team's going to take it, you'd think it would be the team in black. This one called back for a foul. Now the free kick being taken from 40 yards away. Lofted in there too heavy. Goalkeeper fumbles it, or decided just to punch it. Ball coming back in there. So now remember, because they have a... Well, I assume maybe he is a goalkeeper. You never know, but you'd assume that Atala is not usually a goalkeeper. All of a sudden, those balls in there that would usually be easy pickings, easy catches, are now anything but. So it's important that Sabalero players run onto the loose balls and follow in any opportunities on goal. Ooh. He got taken out there, but the official says the ball was gone, so it's going to be, I think he's signaling a corner kick. And now
with the number 22, we have the substitution of the number 11.
Now Ignacio Imhoff comes back onto the field.
And the number 11 is Brandon Villamara.
Or apparently it's not him. Whatever, it's another guy. As the corner kick is being taken. And it's a header. How did that one stay out? It's in the goal. And no, it's going to be, they're going to say it's a foul.
Goal for the team Sabalero.
They...
Correction, that wasn't a goal.
It was directed on goal. It was a good header. Somehow did not go, and then it did go in the goal, but they're saying that it was some sort of an infraction. So it remains 1-1, but a real warning there for Verdansk. And they've lost the ball here. They're going to have to try to recover quickly. As Sabalero coming forward, a goal seems almost imminent. As it's in there, the defender gets to it and knocks it away for another corner. Sabalero with another corner kick. Their last corner kick found the back of the net, but it did so only after a foul was committed. 15 minutes from time here. Ball swung in there. It's loose and it's cleared away by Verdansk. Every single one of their players was in the penalty area. Ball placed in there. Didn't hit anything on its way through it, so it's a goal kick. You're watching the Premiership de Montreal. Sabalero against Verdansk. 1-1 the score, but Verdansk down to 10 men after a red card in the 60th minute. Verdansk in a bit of trouble here, Nafar under pressure, but they play it calmly back. And back to Atala, who is the man who stepped in goal after their goalkeeper was sent off. Perron. Left-footed ball up the field. And yep, they're offside. Long ball forward. And it's knocked away by a defender. And that throw-in goes straight out of play. So Verdansk right now just trying to kill off the game and get away with a draw maybe, although they still have shown some eagerness to get forward. Maneuvering through the middle. Now that pass is jumped, but they're going to win it right back, will Verdansk, and they'll draw a foul as there was some shoving from behind. And now a player's down there. Didn't see what happened there. As soon as he came on screen, he was on the ground. And this game getting a bit out of hand as Verdansk so unhappy with the red card, and Verdansk was on the break. And I don't understand how it's a Sabalero free kick. Verdansk was on the break unless there was a foul committed. The player was stepped on or something. Anyways, it is back with Atala. Grenier. Laying it off for Perron. That one looked like it may have caught a hand. It did.
And we have another yellow card for the team.
And there's actually a yellow card issued as they didn't, or
We have a change
I don't really know what's going on. The announcer just said there's a yellow for Verdansk. I don't know why. Thought maybe a yellow for the player kicking the ball away on Sabalero.
And we have another change spot for the other team. That's Sabalero FC. In with the number 15, we have the number 5 on field already. And one more change for the team Sabalero. We have the number 8, Barsi, and we receive number 10, Nacho.
So we're back to the action here with 10 minutes to go. An interesting second half for sure. A little bit of everything as this ball is hopped forward. Nafar trying to cut inside. He's moved around a couple. Nafar still going. Trying to create something for himself here. Now putting it through and the defender swings his leg through it. And as often happens when one team goes down a man, the other team doesn't actually do anything with it. I just heard someone yell from the touchline, remember, you're up a player, and really, you wouldn't be able to tell. As Verdansk have lifted their level, and Sabalero haven't necessarily. It's interesting, an interesting study in, I guess, psychology and game management, as it happens at a lot of levels where you think, well, they've got a huge advantage, but if it happens late enough in the game, it's not that much of an advantage. Obviously, you don't want to be down a man, but here, I mean, have Sabalero really had the upper hand in the last, 20 minutes now since the red card? I'd say no. Not that they've really been dominated or anything. It's been still a very even match. Which, again, you have to give credit to Verdansk because they've defended well. They've reacted well to going down a player, their goalkeeper of all people. As that's a good, hard tackle to win the ball back. Playing it through the midfield. Some smooth football from Verdansk, but briefly held up, and now here they come again. Verdansk playing it through. A good first touch. Right in on goal. His pocket was picked. I think it was Diaz who somehow got a toe in there and knocked it away. That was a glorious opportunity for the team down a man. Nice move. Splitting the defense. Given away. That one catches the official. And they're going to keep playing on. I'm pretty sure that is Mo Clate who just played it over. Through the middle now, trying to work the 1-2, trying to open it up, sliding in there. That's a tight decision as he attempted to get the ball, but I don't think he got any piece of it. He just took out the man. It's going to be a good free kick opportunity here from 25 yards away. This a huge opportunity for Verdansk, down a man, to maybe get all 3 points from this match with about 7 minutes to go. So here we go, a 5-man ball. Big opportunity here. Oh, it's a good one! Oh, it just missed. A well-struck ball. Goalkeeper left with no chance. But it somehow grazed the post and went flying out of play. You can hear the enthusiasm from the sidelines. This long ball forward. Look out, here comes Atala. Takes out the man. Certainly a foul. Lucky not to be booked, as he got nowhere near the ball. So now after a free kick from Verdansk at one end, we're down for a free kick from Sabalero at the other end. This one not really a threat to go on goal, but remember they don't really have a goalkeeper in there right now, so whoever's taking it may want to try their luck. Maybe surprise an inexperienced netminder. Plenty back to defend for Sabalero if they do indeed try to put it into the box for something deflected towards goal. Or plenty back for Verdansk, we should say. Plenty up for Sabalero. Here comes this, the right footer. It was an attempt on goal, but it is just over the goal. So now Verdansk maybe just trying to kill the match off, although the way they've been playing, you may as well keep going, as they've been just as likely to find an equalizer as has their opposition in the dark uniforms. Nice agility on the ball there. Grenier all the way back to the defense. Left-footed switch. As they'll look to use some acceleration to get away. But instead they cycle it back through the midfield, enjoying some possession here, down a man. Left-footed ball over the top. Goalkeeper a bit slow off his line, but he'll get there anyways. Long ball up the field now. Helped along, chested down, trying to get it under now. Tackle put in, got enough of the ball. Now here's an opportunity, a shot is blocked by a defender. Or was it blocked? It may have just gone straight out for a goal kick. It was bouncing and it just wouldn't settle for him on the top of the box. And never did get enough control to get a real dangerous attempt on goal. Under 5 to go now, surely. The midfield of Verdansk has really put in some nice work in the second half, especially being down a man for the majority of it. They've really given a good account of themselves in the middle of the park. It looked like Sabalero dominated the midfield in the first half, but maybe Verdansk made a excuse me. Maybe Verdansk made a slight change. As ball up the field was knocked away. Both teams keeping an eye on the watch right now of the official and of the clock there behind the Sabalero net. Moving it forward, Grenier, left-footed ball, or excuse me, outside the football. And now trying to slip it through. They have gotten through, but the left-footed attempt goes out. Sabalero surprised the flag didn't go up. And neither team happy after that move. That was probably the chance for Verdansk to snatch a winner. high up the field. Oof, that's a drag down. And somehow not a foul as they bring it all the way back to Atala in goal. Taking no chances, he puts it up the field. Grenier misses it. Cutting through the middle. Trying to put it through. Always going to be cut out by a defender as we've reached the full 90 minutes. A bit of extra time now. As it's a poor clearance given away. Verdansk buzzing here. And it's just hit away. And there's the final whistle. An entertaining game, an interesting game between these teams who may not have seen the last of each other this season, as I wouldn't be surprised if they meet in the playoffs. Two strong teams, and they play to a 1-1 draw. I think that's the fair result between Sabalero and Verdansk. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.